So today we do, what do you call it, circles. I am doing it in a new software because I need such an circle, otherwise it's hard to do. First, let me tell you the circles. We'll divide it into, first part will be obviously basics. Second part will be theorems. This chapter is nothing but theorems. So for theorems there will be 2 videos. And the third one will be how to solve problems. This will be my aim. Okay, basics, theorem 1, theorem 2 and problems. This is my aim for this thing, understand? So we'll first let's talk about some circles. You can see this thing beside this, that's a circle. Okay, that's how a circle looks. 1 second. Yes, so I'll do here is what is a circle? It is a path of all points that are equidistant from a fixed point, that is called a circle. So if there is a center here, let's say this is the center O. If you see here, all these points, means all such points on this circle, they all are equidistant, meaning they are all of the same length. This length we call nothing but as radius. This length is nothing but radius. Okay, so this and this length and this fixed point is nothing but the center of circle. This is called the center of circle, understand? So I'll clear all this. You have to wait a second, takes a long time, I know. Yes, so this is the center. This constant distance I told you is nothing but r, radius. Diameter is nothing but 2 into r, means this length is the diameter. Diameter is nothing but 2 into r. Okay, understand? So now let's do diameter. I told na. What is the interior of the circle? Let's say there are 3 points. Should I change the color? Yes, we'll change the color. Let me tell you, 1 point will be, let's say, this point. Okay, this point, and another point, let's say this point, and another point, let's say this point. So this thing is inside the circle area. This is the circle area, understand? This is the circle area. So this point is inside the circle area. I'll go back to my original color once again. Yes, so this part is inside the circle area. So this point we say is located in the interior. And this point, if you see, it is on the circle, this circle line, it is on the circle line. So this point is nothing but called on the circumference. On the circumference, this whole line around the circle is nothing but called the circumference. Now this point you can see is outside the circle area, this point. So this point we call it circumference. This point we call it is, it is in the exterior of the circle. Exterior of the circle. So let me just erase this. Wait. So I have erased. Now interior I told. So this interior region is also called the circular region. I told you. Then what is a chord now? Color obviously have to change, has to look good. Okay. Let me draw a line here. Okay, so this length AB, is called the chord. Once again, let me rewrite this. Chord. What is a chord now? It is a line segment that joins any 2 points of a circle. Any 2 points. So it may have been this. These are all chords. Okay. So any line segment that joins any 2 points on the circle. So now this is what. Now let's say if there is an arc. Yeah, here is the line. I choose this arc, for example. Now if I say same thing, let me change the color, it would be better, I guess. So yes. So if you see, this was my, one second, this was my chord. So the part of the circle that is included between 2 points of the circle is called an arc. So this pink area is nothing but the arc. Understand? So this is nothing but an arc. So what is the circumference? I told circumference is nothing but the whole thing. This whole thing, the whole circle line. Understand? Now what is a semicircle? I'm just drawing it here. Half of the circle. Half of the circle. This is one semicircle. This is one semicircle. Understand? Now let's erase this. I'll try this one. I'll show you one thing more. As you can see, this is not perfect. Actually, this should end here. So there is this arc, as you can see, is called the minor arc. Now you would say, why I'm teaching you this all? Because sometimes terminologies come and you have to score full on those. This thing is called the major arc. So this is the major thing. Okay, so if I draw it like this, one second. Understand? This is an arc, major arc. So I'll now draw another part. So here you can see I have cut out one arc. Okay, so if this angle is theta, let's say theta, so this theta is nothing but called the angle subtended by an arc. This first part will be boring. Just cope with it, because if you don't learn this part, can't teach you the other parts. Okay, now let's move on with this area. I can teach you this here only. One second, let me erase this. Yes, one second. This area is nothing but called a sector. This is nothing but a sector, and you can see this is a small sector, so this will be the minor sector. So the whole big thing here, this will be the major sector. Understand what is a sector? Now we'll talk about segments. Let me redraw this. So now I have a chord here, let's say AB. So this area that we cut out, this is nothing but a segment. It's nothing but a segment. This area we cut out from a chord. But remember one thing, this is a sector and this is a segment. This is segment, this is sector. Remember this. So since you can see this is a small segment, so this has to be the minor segment, and so the larger part, this part, whole thing will be the major, not writing the whole thing, major segment. Okay, now segments have been done. Let me see. Okay, what a secant and a tangent, I'll show you now. So now let me tell you what a secant is. Secant and tangent, this thing is called a secant. Secant is any line that intersects, that is passing through the circle and intersects at 2 points. Here you can see. And tangent, this thing you remember by heart. Tangent, everywhere you are going to require. Main application, trigonometry. I'm not writing trigonometry here. Trigonometry and this also. Okay, tangent. The property of tangent is it intersects only at one point. Understand this? Now let's do this next part. Now let me tell you some properties. If there is a point inside, let's say S, can a tangent pass through this? Never. Why? Because tangent can only pass through one point, otherwise it would have passed through these 2 points. Understand? Then there is not more than one tangent can be drawn at a circle at a point of the circle. So only one tangent is special to this part, okay, this point. And now let's say I have to clear this. One second, pause it. Another fact is that from one point there can be only two tangents on the circle. Okay, two tangents on the circle. Understand? Let's go on to the next part. Now these circles are called the touching circles. Okay, touching circles. So when do we tell two circles are touching? So when they meet at one point, just one point. This type of touching circles is known as external touching circle. This is called external touching circles. Okay, now I'll draw an internal touching circle. Wait. Okay, so I don't have the tool for drawing smaller circles, so let it be like this only. So when two circles meet internally, then this is called the internal touching circles. Understand? Because they're touching at only one point here. Understand? Now we'll move on to the new thing that is called a direct common tangent. Now as you can see in this, let's say this is Q. So these tangents, when there is a common tangent between two circles and both the circles lie between those, okay, on the same side and between those, then they are called direct common tangents. Now there could have been a different case. Let me draw this. Here you can see that here in both the circles they're meeting at a point. That's true. One second, this line disappeared. One second, I'm redrawing this like this. Okay. So this is called what do you call it? The transverse common tangent, because they are on the opposite sides. Like now let me tell you. I'm just erasing this. Okay, I'll erase the diameter. Now here let's say if the these are the two circles and the tangents are like this is direct common tangent, and if the circles are like this and the tangents are like this, then it is transverse common tangent. Understand? Now what is concentric circles? When the circles have the same center, many circles with different radii. Understand? This is concentric circles, nothing else. Now we'll talk about circumscribed circle. Whenever there is a thing, let's say there is a triangle like this, when I say it is circumscribed by a circle, it means a circle passes through all its 3 points like this. Not exactly a circle. Okay, now if there was a quadrilateral inside a circle, this quadrilateral is called a cyclic quadrilateral. Remember this, very important for our future. This is called the cyclic quadrilateral. Now if there are two circles that have the same radii, they are called the congruent circles. Okay, understand this. Now if I say this, okay, this is a very important concept, I should tell you. Listen to this very carefully. If I say a circle is circumscribing something, this is circum. One second. If I say anything is circumscribing anything, it means that the circle is, the thing is inside the circle. Now if I say inscribing a circle, inscribing a circle, it means the circle is inside that thing. This is inscribe and circum meaning. Okay, this is the simple meaning between them. Circum means the thing is inside the circle, so inscribe means the circle is inside that thing. Okay, these are the basic things I told today. Next day we'll do the theorems. Okay, bye.